Hey YouTube, this is Colton with Snap Into It, bringing in another deck profile. This one actually is going to be followed up real soon with some gameplay on Untap, and I just wanted to give you a general consensus of what the deck does. Obviously, it's kind of a weirder one, and it's not going to be topping celebrations or anything like that, but it is super fun, it is super competitive, and it has a lot of techie options for you. I've played it a few times in real life, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. Played it quite a bit online, and it was fun there as well. So let's start off with the leader. Pretty much everyone knows him. He's been around since the beginning. He does have the fatal flaw of just losing straight up to Borgos and Whis, the new yellow Whis coming out of the starter deck. Another kind of downside of this leader is it doesn't have the untap 2 on Awaken, but draw 2. And in this deck, I'm kind of okay with it because obviously he has his auto. When he attacks, you get untap 1 energy. We don't have a lot of 1-drops to take advantage of this, but we do have a lot of combos that can allow us to extend our plays with that 1 to 2 energy. He is just a straight up 10k on the front, swing, untap, Awaken, draw 2. On his Awaken side, he's at 15k. When you attack, draw 1 card, and then you also get to untap 2 energy as well. It doesn't have to, actually it does have to be blue energy specific, so that's something to note because we don't have not every card we play is blue. And then he also has an additional permanent. If you have 5 or more energy, he gets additional 5k, which is good just because the longer the game goes, the stronger you are, the more likely you are to pull it through. And when it comes to the first card here, obviously you see we're running the Vegito chain. We actually have a few different Vegetos I want to run over real quick, but the red one is going to be our main focus. It's a 5-drop 20k, which we never really want to pay 5 for it. There's a few ways we could cheat it out for a lot cheaper. Obviously there's the typical union, pay 3 if you have a Goku and a Vegeta on board. Then you are good to go. Just pay 3, and then it actually unions in active mode, so you can swing with both your Vegeta and your Goku before you union. That's something to note there. And unlike the Gogeta, they don't have to be the same power as well, which is nice. And then what it does is another key factor about that one, it allows you to attack active mode battle cards, which is super cool to get rid of those problem like Whis and Borgos, for example, but obviously there's a lot more than just that. And then at the end of its battle, you actually have a additional auto, which I just like to call Super Burst. You take the top 10 of your deck and put it in the drop, and you get to take one 7-drop Vegito with 25k power specifically, so that's something to note. So you can't grab the blue 20k Vegetos that we have in the sideboard and in the main deck. Moving on to the hopefully win con of the deck. It has a standard union for 5 energy, colorless, so you don't necessarily have to go through the lightning speed Vegito, but it is the best way to go. It has triple strike, and it gains an additional 5k for every Goku and Vegito in your drop area, which that's one reason we like going through lightning speed, because you are going to see a lot of Gokus and Vegetas in your drop. And there's another little combo we have in the deck that also helps fuel this. Moving on to Pan, I just threw 2 of them in there because it's consistent awakening, which your deck outside of this doesn't have very much of, because it's always coming back to your hand. You're always going to have it. You see it one time, you're good to go. Another 1-drop play that's pretty nice is the Kind Saiyan Son Goku. First of all, it's fuel for your Vegito combo to buff it up at late game, and it also helps you find your starter combo pieces. And we do play Gotank's Sparking Super combo. You could play the Great Saiyaman, but I think Gotank's is a way cooler character. And the reason we play that is because we can burst up to 5 as soon as turn 2. And one thing I noticed with this deck is it doesn't awaken very fast normally. So we like being able to access our super combos when need be before we awaken. Now we have 2 different chains that can help us go into Vegito. The main one we like to play is it's the easiest to go through is the Saiyan Duo Son Goku. He's a 2-cost energy, 5k combo. He only has 1k power, but he actually brings out the other Saiyan duo Vegeta, which we play 3 of. And all you have to do is you pitch 1 card from your hand. You could either search for the Vegeta from your discard or your deck. So if you have Vegeta in your hand and you want to just pitch it and then grab it from Goku's effect, it's an easy thing to do. But another kind of thing I like to do in order to get Vegito in the drop for sure is actually to pitch him through this ability, so you can for sure get him later on in the game. Because he is kind of dead in your hand, and you don't really want him in the deck because you don't search the deck with lightning speed. You search the discard specifically. So you play 4 of those, and another permanent he has is if Saiyan Duo Vegeta is in battlefield, he gets a 9k buff to his power, so he's just a 10k. And then Saiyan Duo Vegeta, one reason why he's good is because when he comes in with the Goku, he does come in tapped, but you get to untap one of your energy. So on turn 2, you could play Son Goku, you could pull out the Vegeta, and then swing with your leader, and then have 2 energies still untapped, which is a really, really strong play, just so you could help defend your Vegeta if need be. Another option we have, this is going to be the second combo we have to get into our Vegetos, is the vanilla Super Saiyan Son Goku. We'll come back into that in a second, but it's a 2-drop, 20k. It's really good with this leader because you could late game play him for free, and it's just a 20k body, always putting pressure on. We play 3 Deadly Defender Vegeta. For those of you guys that don't know, he has barrier, which is really good, and on your turn he has 20k, but on your opponent's turn he gets dropped down. When he is in rest mode, your opponent can't attack your leader. They can attack your other battle cards, but they can't attack your leader. They have to kill Vegeta first in order to do that. We do play the new Vegito from set 6. It has a union for 1. I have 3 of them in there just because it is a good addition to the deck for early turns. You get a strong body on board. It has a lot of good draw effects. It's a union for 1, draw 1 automatically by playing it, and an additional 1 if you played it with union. So that's always cool. And then it has activate main, which we won't really take advantage of unless it's really late game and we're really struggling, or if we side in our the other defending Vegeta, which I'll go over in the sideboard as well. We have at all costs Vegeta, just a late game win con, also another form of awakening if we're really getting stalled out, and it's another Vegeta for the Vegito fuel. Now this card, I absolutely love it. It is a resolute strength Son Goku. It's a 1 blue energy to evolve, but it has to evolve specifically over the vanilla, and that is why we do play 4 of those guys. It does have barrier, and he has an interesting auto effect when he is evolved. So when you evolve him over the vanilla specifically, you have to burst 5, which is kind of nice because, like I said, you can do this turn 2 by playing Super Saiyan Goku and then swinging with leader and evolving same turn. Burst 5, and you get to crit 1 from life. You get the option to return 2-drop with barrier to your, I believe it's the bottom of your opponent's deck. So that's really key in like getting rid of really problem barrier cards. Like if you're playing like the Ribrion deck, that really kills their momentum. And not only does it have that kind of benefit there, but it also allows you to pull a Deadly Defender Vegeta out into play. And that is either from your discard or from your deck. So it's super huge. You get a 2 20k barrier cards on turn 2. That is stupid good. And if you have the lightning speed Vegito, it's really good to just leave them in active mode. Don't attack with them unless you have the means to defend them. Because not only on turn 2 you kind of want to awaken and take some life, but you want them to survive, and since they have barrier, they're kind of hard to get rid of in active mode. Kind of a weird tech down here is the Gogeta. I do really like him in here because you have a lot of 20k. Pretty much all your Vegeta and Goku's match in power. You got 20ks for most of the deck, and then you have the Saiyan Duo Vegetas, which are both 1k, so it does actually work in that sense as well. And obviously, if you don't know what he does, he's from the starter deck. He's a 25k double strike. When you play him, you actually get to send 2 of any battle cards to the bottom of their deck. You could union him for 4 or just play him out for 5. This one was a late addition to the deck. I didn't originally have him in here. I had the defending Vegito, the 4-drop one, but I like this card a lot better because it allows you to bring back your most important 2-drops, which is your Saiyan Duo Goku and your Super Saiyan Goku, to bring out your chain late game if need be. So we just play 2 of those, just because if you can play them, it's really easy to untap your mana to keep just the play going. We do have 4 Dimension Magic for the defense, and then another 4 Senzu Bean for more defense or to help continue your plays on offense, which, believe it or not, comes in really handy, especially with the leader untap. But because we have so many 1 cost 10k combos, I do like having that in there as well, because I want to say we played 9. Yeah, we played 9, so it's good to have that option. Moving on to the side deck. We do have 2 Mafuba just for those super defensive matchups we need to. Kind of our flex spots are the Vegito powers combined, the Awakening of Talent Pan if need be, and then also the Kind Saiyan Son Goku. Gogeta is another side option, but I really like having him in there for late game double striker. But yeah, Mafuba is going to be really good on the defense because you play 1 Dimension Magic to stop 1 attack, and then you get 2 up for Mafuba just to lock down their additional attack. We do play, like I said, the awe-inspiring SSB Vegito for the defensive matchups. We do play the Toki Toki package, which is the 1-drop that allows you to search your other important black 1-drops, which is the Kami, which helps you against wide boards, No Escape Son Goku, which is an instant win for Gogeta deck that came out that really just destroys you if you get to turn 4, and then Time Control Kano, which is obvious against any Shigesh deck. The other black cards that we play are Mercenary Tau, because we hate hand control, especially in this deck because it does struggle to keep up a hand. Heavenly Wizard Demigra. You combo with this, helps deal with Broly's turn 2, and also helps deal with Baby 8, that you can just clear off the board with that really easily. And then obviously for the super long games, we do have 2 Foos, the 10-drop ones that basically just win you the game. 9 times out of 10, you're just going to lose to Janemba, but if you can stall out and not burst and kind of avoid that tactic, you can get to Fu and make it through and actually have a pretty strong chance against that. So yeah, that's my starter coup Vegito deck. I think it got a lot of support with the Saiyan Duo combo. It was really good beforehand, but this combo just made it way better. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, we're going to be coming with gameplay here in the next day or so, and hope you enjoy. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section. Like, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.